The gruesome murder of graduate student Immette Seigel shocked the city. Opening statements in the trial of the bouncer charged with her murder are set to begin this morning in Brooklyn. In February of 2006, investigators say Darrell Littlejohn took a John Jay College student from a bar in Manhattan. Prosecutors say he then sexually assaulted, smothered, strangled her. Joining us right now is her family's attorney, Joseph Tacopina. So nice to have you here this morning.
Thanks,
so
Rosanna.
You're going to be in court this morning with the family?
Yes, they're coming today.
Now, you're representing them civilly, right? They're suing the city. Who are they suing?
Well,
the city, the owners of the bar?
There's a host of people we believe have some sort of legal responsibility, both legal and moral responsibility, what happened to Immette. Certainly, Darrell Littlejohn takes front and center on that, but also there are others, including the Dorians, the City of New York, and also the United States Probation Department.
Why? Because he should not have been a bouncer there.
Well, by their own admission, by the United States Department of Probation's own admission, he quote unquote slipped through the cracks. He was supposed to be on federal probation. They somehow lost him in the system. Had he been monitored on federal probation, Rosanna, there's no way. He was committing violations every day. First of all, he wasn't supposed to be a bouncer. Second of all, he wasn't supposed to be out past a certain hour at night. So all these different things that if the system were working, were firing on all cylinders 3 years ago, Immette would still be here today.
Now, Joe, you have said that this is not about money for the family. It's about changing the way we do business.
Yep.
And you've been telling, off camera, you told me that the family is really changing laws around the country.
This is, Rosanna, this is an extraordinary family. Maureen Seigel, Alejandro Seigel, they've really put aside everything to make sure this doesn't happen needlessly to another young girl. And we've been up to Albany. We've changed the laws in New York State. Maureen is really, and Alejandro has pushed it's called the Metz Law, where there is a different standard for people who work in bars, for people who commingle with people in their most vulnerable states, people intoxicated. There was a law in place, but it was just not one that was enforced. There's now some real teeth in the law, and that's thanks to Maureen and Alejandro Seigel.
Let's talk about the case today, the criminal case. Is there enough evidence to put Darrell away? Well, he's in jail already on something else.
Right.
To really put him away for a very, very long time.
All I'll say about that is we believe that Charles Hines' office, the District Attorney of Brooklyn, is properly indicted the individual responsible.
There's been some talk about the DNA evidence, because not only is his DNA on some of the things, but his mother's DNA and his brother's DNA, which his brother's been dead for, a year before Immette was found murdered?
Yeah, it's much more than just a little bit of DNA evidence. And I'm not going to really speak to that. The district attorney's asked us to let the trial play out in the well of the court, and I respect that, and that'll start today, finally. It's been 3 long years for this family, but I'm confident that justice will be done in this trial.
How difficult is it for her family to sit in court now? They're going to be there every day?
Yeah. Family representatives will be there every day. For Maureen, Immette's mom, she actually was debating whether to come or not today. This is obviously that you can't even pretend to understand or comprehend the grief and the loss that goes on here, and now to have it relived in a courtroom is going to be very, very difficult for her. But she's one of the strongest women I've ever met, and she's going to be there today for her daughter.
How did she spend Mother's Day yesterday?
In a private sort of setting.
Well, Joe Tacopina, thank you so much for being here this
No
morning.
problem.
Appreciate it. Please give our best to the family.
I certainly will.